completely stuck in the mud. I was at the Shila village earlier in the day to document the Saka festival, which happens every spring before the fields are ploughed. It was there in Shila that I met Lama Lopsang. Lama Lopsang was from the Bardhan monastery and his home is at Shila Phu, a small hamlet about 6 kilometers above the Shila village. So during lunch, Lama Lopsang suggested that we go for a quick visit to Shila Phu and come back before the festivities start. It was late spring and the road to Shila Phu was still not open because of excessive ice and snow on the road. So our plan was to take the Rebo as far up the road as possible, park it when the road becomes undrivable and walk the rest of the way to the village. After a few kilometers of driving, we came across our first ice field. It was a snowbank on the road that had melted and frozen again numerous times, making the snow as hard as rocks and as slippery as ice. I tried to cross it first with the Rebo, but I did not pick the right line and got stuck.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
I then gave the car to Lama Lopsang, who was more experienced driving in these conditions. With some guidance from me outside, Lama Lopsang was able to successfully cross the obstacles and we got moving again.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
A little later, we came across another obstacle on the road with large chunks of ice blocking the road like boulders.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
I used my ice axe to break the ice boulders into a more manageable size to ensure that the car doesn't bottom out while driving on top of it. With the boulders trimmed a bit, I was able to drive the Rebo across the ice field without any issues.
Fasten your seatbelt. Please fasten your seatbelt. Please fasten your seatbelt.
Both of us were so elated that we managed to cross these obstacles and became the first vehicle to reach Shila Phu this year.
आप जा सकते हो हम बहुत अच्छा आपको भी एक्सपीरियंस मिल गया मेरे को मिल गया
मजा आया
एक्सपीरियंस को मजा आ रही है बस इसको आगे कुछ नहीं सीधा
Please
आसान
fasten your seatbelt.
वो भी इम्पॉसिबल था ये भी इम्पॉसिबल था पॉसिबल पर ध्यान दो ने
With my jubilation, I was a bit careless and veered to the side of the road and got stuck in the mud.
आराम आराम से जाओ 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 लाओ लाओ भी लाओ
I thought I could get out easily, but the more I tried, the deeper the car got stuck into the mud. Soon, the car was well and truly stuck and would not move an inch in either direction. Soon the villagers of Shila Phu came to help. The mud was so hard to dig, almost like concrete, but the villagers knew what they were doing, and after a hour or so of very hard work, they finally managed to dig out the car and we reached Shila Phu. What was supposed to be a half-an-hour excursion to Shila Phu took more than 3 hours, but the villagers at Shila were kindly waiting for us to return and I was able to join the Saka festivities at the village. The Saka festival is performed to pray for a good harvest. The villagers paint their faces with sampa and go to their fields to draw the shape of the sun and the moon using their ploughs. It is a fascinating festival to watch, and I'll be making a detailed documentary on the entire farming process in Zanskar in a future video on India in Motion. I went back to the Shila Phu village after a couple of days to attend the Saka festival there as well. This time the road conditions were better and I managed to reach the village without any issues. The Saka festival at Shila Phu was a bit different from what I saw at the Shila village. It was interesting that although both the villages share the same name and are just 6 kilometers above, they follow different customs and traditions for their festivals. In a strange coincidence, a Bolero camper of a villager leaving Shila Phu got stuck in the mud at the same place that my Rebo got stuck a couple of days back. The villagers wanted to see if it was possible to pull out the Bolero with my Jimny, and I was happy to help. It was also a good chance for me to try out my toe straps and see them in action. So we connected the toe straps to both the vehicles and I tried to pull out the camper, but the Bolero was stuck firmly in the mud and my Jimny was not powerful enough to pull it out.
नहीं हो रहा है एक बार और ट्राई करो
So the villagers had to remove some of the mud around the Bolero in order to make it easier for my Jimny to pull it out. I tried again, and this time the Jimny was able to pull out the Bolero easily and got it out of the mud. With the rescue complete, I went back to the Saka festivals at Shila Phu and got some amazing footage to use in my upcoming documentary on India in Motion.
Nurbu sana la so tisa dirisi tire wala nurbu sana sa ke jasa la pomo tama gorjala madu hajala madu tiri nurbu sana so